welcome to my channel, Filipina Experience. For today, we're going to my father-in-law's house because we're going to celebrate for Father's Day. Because in Sunday we don't have time to do that, so only today. Okay, here we're traveling now. See, going to already summer here in the USA.
Actually, it's technically still spring. Summer begins on June 21st, I think, is the summer solstice.
Oh.
So this is still considered spring, but you know, summer is in, that would be, what, another week.
Last week,
officially.
So very hot. I thought this was summer already.
Oh, well, the calendar, the weather doesn't care what the calendar says, but technically, according to the calendar, summer doesn't begin until June 21st.
Okay.
But you're right, summer has really begun as far as the way it feels like summer.
Okay, you said so. See you later when we arrive. Bye. Before you watching, can you please smash subscribe, mash like, bash notification bell, and stash your comment below. Thank you. Very nice, dear.
In the Philippines,
What is that, dear?
campers
Campers?
pull behind your truck so you can pull into a campground and hook up your electricity to it and stay there. Stay in there like a little house.
Oh, just a little house?
Yep.
Oh, that's nice, dear.
People take that for vacations.
We're almost there. That's my father's in-law house. Over there. This is small road.
Very small.
Yep. Only one road.
No, it's 2 lanes, but there's no lines. It's very small.
It's 2 lanes there. Look like very narrow.
It's very narrow, but you can drive 2 cars.
2 cars.
Yeah.
Oh, I would be scared here. I cannot do that, I think.
This is,
Yeah, very...
Dad likes to live out in the boonies, away from other people just like us. Like to live away from others.
Away from the others.
I don't like noise and people around. Like private. See how small the road?
Yeah, very small road here.
And here is some of his buildings.
Ooh, this is yeah, that's the garage, right? We are here now.
Dad wants us to come down here and look at baby chicks, I think.
I don't have too much. You're very good in garden.
Does your dad and mother raise a garden that big?
They usually raise crops
But not like this.
for selling.
They do more field.
Yeah, hers is on, she said it's on a mountain.
But we use carabao.
Okay.
Ox.
But
We call ox, they call it carabao.
But now we don't have anymore. Good.
Now, do you raise cabbage over there? No?
We plant some sweet potato, corn.
Hey, that one by itself,
Yep.
that's the cushaw.
We took broccoli and some
So she can get some
shrimp.
shrimp, and what's this called?
Mm,
The ingredients for, what's this
I
called?
don't know really what is that
What's
called.
this called?
That's lumpia.
Lumpia. This is the ingredients for the lumpia.
Yeah, and look.
And the shells for the lumpia.
Now we're eating now.
99% could have been open, but he had to try to. Magnetic sockets would help, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Or a piece of paper. Get him?
So what's that, dear?
This is the rototiller.
Mm-hmm.
We were setting the gap on the coil to the air gap on the coil to the flywheel because it was way off. So the spark wasn't as good as it should be. Don't push it. There you go. That's worked perfect. That plastic's getting a little weak in its old age.
Is he wobbly?
No, not too bad, but you don't want to push on it. It'll break. Those don't need to be much more than hand tight because the cable will not travel if you. Yeah, it's too tough to top travel now.
If you crimp that cable, or me,
There we go.
that going clear forward?
Yep. That's all the way. Which way's choke? This way. Need a filter.
Oh, we need. That's choke.
How about this?
That's on. I never turn it off.
Yeah. Well, this is after the fact. We went down there to Dad's on Friday, 2 days before Father's Day, because Dad goes to church and he drives 2.5 hours to Logan, Ohio, to go to church. And then, of course, we go to church not far from our house. So, and Dad lives about an hour from south of me. So we went down on Friday because we didn't have time on Saturday. I mean, for Sunday. We did not have time on Sunday. We mentioned the chickens, but May Lynn said it was my fault that I did not take the video of the little baby chick. It was only one chick that the hen had laid the eggs. She laid 5 or 6 eggs she was sitting on, but she only sat on one long enough for it to hatch. But she's kind of young, I guess, the hen is. And Dad said the next time she will probably, Thunder, you're messing up our camera. Thunder is trying to love on us and bouncing the camera around. But Dad said that now she's already had a chick, she will probably sit longer on all of the eggs next time.
Mm-hmm.
But Dad's very enthused with the little chick. But she accused me of not videoing the chicken. She's probably right about that.
Accused. Really accused.
Yeah, big accusation.
Yeah,
and we didn't add anything after the noise of the rototiller, but Dad would have to pull the cord on the rototiller like 6-7 times to get it to finally run. And he called me and said he put a new plug in it and has a proper gap. What's the problem, do I think? And I said, well, it's like 22 years old now, or 3. And I said, probably has some corrosion on the flywheel. So Dad took the shroud off of the rototiller, and it didn't really have any corrosion. He didn't do anything to it. I looked at it. It didn't have any rust or corrosion. So got the feeler gauge out, and I believe that is 6 to 10 thousandths is what the gap should be. 6 to 10 thousandths. And the gap was like 26 thousandths. So the spark wasn't hot enough. Just from age, you know, it's wearing down a little bit, and rototillers vibrate quite a bit. And you've seen the size of his gardens, so he uses it a lot. And he doesn't just till his garden. There are 3 neighbors that he takes the tiller down to and tills their fairly large gardens as well, because, you know, he just doesn't have enough to do. But so, as you saw in the video, as soon as we gapped the flywheel to the coil properly, we got the air gap set, we set it at 10. We set it at 10. Real tight 10. It was hard to get the feeler gauge in, so probably realistically 9 thousandths. As you saw, one pull, it starts up immediately, and I've called Dad a couple of times since then, and he's fired it up 3 or 4 times since that time. I said, how many pulls are you pulling it to start it? And he said, 1 pull. So it was very helpful to set the gap on that, and the rototiller works fine. And I was also supposed to video her cooking the shrimp and the lumpia and all of those things. And I was busy helping Dad and forgot I was supposed to record it. So no cooking really, but
It's your fault.
It's my fault. But the food was very delicious, and I think Dad said that was the best shrimp he ever ate. He really loved it, the seasonings that she had on shrimp. And Dad loves shrimp anyway. I don't eat shrimp, so I have no idea. But the lumpia was really fantastic. Had hamburger, and it was kind of like that was a corn tortilla, the small ones, the very small little corn tortillas, cornmeal tortillas, and had peas and potatoes and hamburger. That's all right. Some other seasonings, but
It's, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't like onions, so she didn't put onions in it. But there goes Thunder again, messing up the camera. So the lumpia was quite a surprise, and when she let me taste it the first time, you know, that the night before when she was cooking it, I said, why haven't you been making this all along? Very delicious. So we had a wonderful time with Dad.
That's my first
for
time.
Father's Day.
That's my first time
That's your first time that you've made that. Oh, she's never made it before. Well, she did an excellent job.
But the wrap is not. It's not right.
It's not the right. That type of tortilla shell, she said, was really not the right type of floured shell that I think they used. Is it like the big burrito ones that I use for breakfast sometimes?
I think like that and soft.
Much
like
softer. That. Much softer and a little larger, right? But still delicious.
Mm.
Very delicious. So
yeah, then your dad happy that we're visiting with
yeah, Dad was very happy that we finally made time to visit him again.
Yeah.